How bad has the situation gotten with the bomb threats? I mean, it seems a little out of control.
Yeah, we had 23 this year already to schools alone. Last year we had 6 total. It includes, you know, maybe courthouses, facilities, but 23 to the schools alone. Obviously this is some kind of a little trend they have going on.
How does it bleed your resources?
Well, it's manpower intensive. You know, we typically call on our K-9 to do a search of the school. That's very manpower intensive. Usually takes 2 dogs to search a school because it's a lot of work on the dogs. And, you know, while we're in school searching for this hoax bomb, other citizens are losing the resources they're paying for. So it's not a good thing for anybody.
I mean, anything like this since you've been around? I mean, it seems like it's unprecedented.
Yeah, it's, you know, things go in phases, and this is the phase of the month, and kids are jumping on board. I'm sure it'll pass, but of course we're going to hold people accountable, and we're going to let them know we're not going to tolerate this to try to help it pass a little sooner.
Looks like you might have somebody possibly in custody that could be responsible.
Yeah, currently we have 2 individuals in custody from the Meadowdale bomb threat today. They're both 14-year-old freshmen. They do have local gang affiliations. They admitted to 2 bomb threats up there now, and we're still getting information out of them from, we've had 5 bomb threats at Meadowdale this year, so they've admitted to 2 of them, and we're talking to them about the rest.
How did you find them? How'd you track them?
Well, they don't want to give up that information. There's a host of ways they're doing this. They're leaving notes in bathrooms. They're calling the school office by their cell phone. They're calling 911 on their cell phone. So,
with their own numbers showing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What can you do? I mean, you have to check the school. You have to check the schools. I mean, you have to like verify each one of them, right?
Yeah, you know, we leave that up to the school's policy. Some schools want you to thoroughly check them. Some are getting tired of it and won't let you thoroughly check them. So we leave that up to the schools. You know, we make recommendations, but it's their property and it's ultimately their call.
I mean, how bad is this? I mean, kids are being out of school. They're being moved here and there. They're missing out on work. You guys are, it's just like a big hassle for everyone.
Yeah, like the one the other day, that was a planned bomb threat so they could get in the gym and fight. That was planned. We heard it from many of the kids. This one, they're just doing this to get out of school because they know they get to go home early. It interrupts their day. They could have a test today. You know, it's just this group of kids that we've mentioned before that are in their little gangs, you know, using social media and planning this out. There were 6 total, 2, 4, 5 bomb threats today across Dayton.
What schools were I know Meadowdale?
Jefferson, Meadowdale, Wogaman, Longfellow, and then a Dayton school bus had a threat on it.
A Dayton school bus?
Yeah. Yeah, and I believe they have 1 in custody at Longfellow. We have 2 in custody at Meadowdale, and we will have 1 in custody tomorrow at Jefferson. So, you know, these kids are going to be charged with 2 counts of terroristic threats, which are both felony to 3rd degree, and they're also going to be charged with inducing panic, which is a 4th degree felony. So
this is very serious. I mean, these kids who are thinking about it, give them a warning.
Yeah, it's very serious. You know, like I said before, this is 10% of the students creating havoc for the 90% of students that want to learn. So they're interrupting their learning environment, and they're going to be dealt with. We've had meetings with juvenile court already. We've had meetings with the Dayton Public School superintendent and personnel. They're all on board, and they're all taking this very serious. So
Okay.
There will be some consequences from these behaviors.
Okay. What else can you tell us about this situation?
Well, like you said, we're taking it very serious. It has to stop. These kids have to understand they're going to be dealt with swiftly and severely because we're going to put an end to this.
Do you have anybody else who's been in custody, or are these the first arrests you've made?
I believe they're the first arrest we made, yes.
Okay, so 2 in the Meadowdale, 1 in Longfellow.
Yeah, 1 in Longfellow today, which is on Salem. 2 in Meadowdale. We'll have 1 in Jefferson tomorrow. You know, sometimes it's hard to prove who did it because they have this app where they can disguise their phone numbers from. So it's a cat and mouse game, but we have good evidence on these guys today.